Hi friends! For my very first exclusive content tutorial video, I'm going to show you how to make a fabulous flower hat like this. This will be a fairly simple tutorial, however, you will need quite a lot of supplies. Some of these you might have lying around your house, and others you might need to make a quick stop to your local craft supply or hardware store. For today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make flower and also how to create a specialized base that's a little bit easier for you to wear. On this one, it's just a clip that has been hot glued in, so you can also do that, but for purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to get a little bit more elevated. Is that the right word? I think that might be the right word. We're gonna elevate this look. To start with a quick list of supplies that you'll need, I'm going to list them here, but I will also type them out and put them below so you can check them off as you go. You need a pair of tights. They can be any color you like, preferably a lighter color base so that you can lay paint into them. You're going to need zip ties, always, or cable ties, paintbrush, some elastic. Ideally, you want to get elastic that is the same color as your hair or the wig you might be wearing. Obviously, this isn't right for me, but it doesn't matter. You will need some galvanized steel wire. Don't get aluminum, it bends too easily. You want something that has a little bit of firmness. It's easy to flex, but not so easy that it would break. You're going to need craft foam or felt will also work. You'll need a standard pair of scissors. You'll need wire cutters or pliers with, make sure that it has the scissor part here, which will cut your wire. And you will also need paint. You're going to need spray paint, preferably 2 different colors. For purposes of this, we'll just use one. And some different regular style paint that you can apply with a paintbrush. It does not have to be fabric paint. Since this is something that you won't wash or hopefully not get in the water, you're fine to just use regular acrylic paints. All right. Oh, lastly, always gonna need your glue gun. This is a Ryobi power tool glue gun. It works with a rechargeable battery. It's the most amazing thing ever. Shout out to Ryobi, who I own quite a lot of their power tools. You can get this for about 25 bucks at your local hardware store. The batteries are not included though, so you're gonna have to buy one of those. I'm not really sure how much they are. I can double check that. All right, I think we're ready to get started. Oh, I quickly forgot. We're gonna need peltex to make the base of the hat that the flower will sit on. It's a stabilizer you can buy at any fabric store. This is from Joann's, and this is the non-fusible kind, so it does not fuse. Doesn't matter if you get the fusible kind, that's okay too. So you'll need a little bit of this. Here's the speaking portion where I try to narrate this like I'm Morgan Freeman. You're going to want a small circular shape to cut out a circle. Yes, a circle. Cut a circle out of peltex. It doesn't matter how big the circle is, but something sizable for your head. Here I've just used a mason jar top. This is the felt or craft foam that will go underneath your hat base and make it look all pretty and stuff inside. And you're going to want to trim it shorter than your peltex by about 1/4 of an inch. Oh my God, I totally forgot. You're going to need fabric too. Just a little bit, preferably something slightly stretchy. And you're going to want to cut out the same shape using your peltex as a pattern, but make sure it's about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch bigger. This will go on top and it will wrap around the sides of the peltex and be glued down. 3 different size circles. Amazing. What I'm doing here is marking the center of each circle and using a ruler to draw a straight line. From here, you will snip using a pair of scissors from the outer edge into your center point. Here, I'm beginning to snip. So very exciting. For those of us in the burlesque world, you might recognize this shape. All right, now you just want to take your glue gun and glue one side and gently edge over the other to slightly overlap it, depending on how much cone shape you would like. Since this is for the top of your head, it doesn't need to be too pointed. Try not to burn yourself with a glue gun. That's a hot tip. Oh my God, I'm sorry. It's a total dad joke. I couldn't resist. During this step, you want to cover the top of your hat base using the stretch fabric you have previously cut out and adhere it down however you like. You can use glue, hot glue, or sew it. And during this step, you are securing the elastic that will eventually hold the entire apparatus to your head. All right, this is the wire part. So much fun for those of us who love to use tools. As for a specific length, I don't have one. These flowers are a little different every time, and depending on how long you cut the wire will vary the shape of the petals. Typically, I like to cut 2 or 3 rungs down, and the end all size will be about the shape of a large serving plate. Next, you want to make sure and take your pliers and twist the ends up in a curl and pinch them closed. This will make sure they do not poke through the tape that's going to hold them together and poke through your final petal piece. Also, it will ensure that you don't get nicked with a piece of wire, which could hurt. I mean, I think I've done it, but... All right, y'all, here's where I get super high tech by using my certified post office packing tape. Typically, I would prefer duct tape, but I don't have any, so you want to overlap each end of the wire by 1 to 2 inches and then tape the shit out of it. Sorry to swear. I've started narrating this with a glass of wine, so hopefully things will get real interesting from here. Through the power of editing, I'm going to speed things up. All right. As we wrap this portion up, we're heading into the fun part. Here you'll see things really start taking shape. You're going to want to stretch your nylon over the entire length of wire, and you can bend and flex it as it's going through, but the most important part is you really want it to be pretty tight. So cut off the selvage end and then give it some good tugs and tie a very, very tight knot. I have no idea if the sounds of snoring are coming through on this, but I cannot escape my dogs, and he is at my feet snoring away. So I apologize in post if that comes through. Here you're saving a small length of the bit that you cut off from the knot, and you will use it later, so save it to the side. Now, point of note, when you feed the wire through the nylon, it will twist in the center. Don't worry about that. That's a good thing. You'll end up using that to your advantage. As you can see through the power of editing, I am doing the second petal shape, but much, much faster. You will end up with 2 identical things like that. Perfect, yay! Lay one on top of the other and use that selvage piece. You want to make one little snip in the center. So essentially you have a really long piece of slightly stretchy fabric. And you just crisscross them back and forth in all the different ways you can, securing them as tightly as possible to one another. Really quickly, I want to point out those nubs. Yes, they're not the most attractive part of this build. You can secure those ends in a different way if you see fit. I find that once these are all done and bended and flexed, they don't really matter. But that's your prerogative. Oh, this is the fun part. I love this part. Yeah, just bend the wire, manipulate it, twist it, and you'll see your flower taking shape. A quick point of note, be gentle when bending your wire, and also make sure you like the shape your flower's in. Once you lay paint into the fabric, it sometimes becomes less stretchy. Painting! Use spray paint to gently line the edges and dot into the center of the flower, which you'll see right there. And make sure to use a well-ventilated area and wear a breather mask and gloves. As you can see, I have a couture plastic bag glove. Thank you very much, because I ran out of gloves. And have fun with this. You don't have to paint it this way. It's up to you. At this stage, it's a good idea to secure your flower to the hat base. Here I am using an X-Acto knife or a scalpula. No, that's not right. It can't be right. Okay, anyway, I'm using something sharp and pokey to poke 2 holes in the top of the hat base, and I'm feeding a zip tie through. Feed the zip tie through with the catcher end facing out. You don't want that nub on top of your scalp pressing in. And you just simply go around the center of the flower and zip it in. It's easy peasy. We got this. I got a hot tip coming up. And now, use a nail file to file down the edges of your zip tie. It makes it so it's not so pokey. You won't accidentally hurt yourself. Ooh, here's the painting part. More painting. This is the part where you feel like an artist. You can paint this however you like. Artist choice, dealer's choice, dancer's choice. Just have fun. This is a good part of the video where I'm going to add in some ambient music. Feeling the love. Wasn't that magical? Thank you, stock music. Awesome. I believe that was called Enchantment, and it was. I'm wrapping this paint job up, and I've got one more awesome hot tip for you. But first, I have one more boring part. All right, you want to take your craft foam or felt from the first segment and place it on the inside of your hat base. This is mostly to make the inside look pretty. Oh, I happen to have sticky back craft foam, so that's a nice replacement. But you still want to use a glue or adhesive to make sure it stays down nicely. Last awesome tip coming in now. When you're gluing rhinestones, did you know you can use a Crayola crayon to pick up your rhinestones and place them in your glue dot? A simple Crayola crayon will totally do the trick, and I find it's the most cost effective because Crayola crayons come in a large quantity for not a lot of money. Wrapping things up, I want to tell you the best glue I've found for rhinestoning on costumes is Gem Tack by Beacon. Ta-da! All done! I can't wait to see what you come up with, and please post in pictures in the comments of what you've made, Or if you share them on social media, use hashtag Jvon Stratton so I can see how gorgeous you look. If you've enjoyed this video, please tell your friends and encourage them to join my Patreon. I plan on creating all kinds of cool tutorial videos with crafts and things like this, so the more the merrier.